you got the all that. We don't need that this time.
No, we had something smoke.
Some smokes. This is.
Y'all look good though, by the way, FYI.
We look good.
Yeah, y'all look
We're
good.
gonna keep all this
Black
in there.
man.
We ain't gonna edit none of this.
No,
We'll keep
a
it all in
good-looking
there.
black
Raw
man.
footage.
That's
Yeah,
how we go.
This is raw footage. So let me,
The chocolate one is taken, FYI.
Can I? You got it rolling?
Yeah, I think so.
The great fail. The great fail. Nah. Fell forward. Nah, we're gonna stick to the great resignation. So might as well jump into it. What is the great resignation?
Well, first of all, this is your resume sucks. I'm Andre Arden.
I'm Golden Green.
Hey, we're coming at you, episode 10, the Great Resignation. Obviously, it's going on, trending right now in our industry. Everybody is
Quitting.
yeah,
Right.
and alarming numbers.
Yeah.
So,
Because they don't want your job.
what's going on out here, Goldie?
Well, it's a combination of things. So the first issue is that you know the baby boomers, right?
Yeah.
They're retiring. It's a lot of them.
Okay.
They're the majority of the workforce right now. So all the baby boomers are retiring. So you have them leaving the company. Now you got a gap in experience. So you're trying to get the millennials and everybody else skilled up so that they can close the gap.
Okay.
Right? But we just went through COVID. And one thing that I think COVID did is it made people reassess what they're doing. Career-wise, life-wise, all kinds of things. You had a lot of me time.
Well, I had a lot of me time. I took a little think about it as well. And people are like, you know what? I'm going to dip into my 401k. I'm going to go through my savings. I'm not going back to the office. And people are not going back.
You're never going to go back to the office.
Never going back. For what? They say I'm just as efficient at the house remotely. So why would you force me to go back?
Because you need a paycheck. You do have bills, right?
Huh. I didn't think about that one. But there's plenty of positions out there that will leave me where I am.
See, the thing.
But I'd rather not take any role and just resign for good.
Like you out the game.
I'm out the game completely.
You got a plan for that? Like, did you save up? Like,
Now I was caught off guard. I didn't get the memo that we were having the Great Resignation. I would have been better planning for this.
yeah.
But I have to work. I have to continue doing what I have to do.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for this.
Yeah, because you got to pay bills, right? Yeah, so the problem is that you can't lump your, if you're not a baby boomer and you didn't put money in your 401k and you're not saved up, you shouldn't be quitting.
So we're not getting the true numbers.
The numbers aren't, so what's happening is everybody's throwing out numbers out there saying COVID. It's not really just COVID. It really is a big impact. If you're 65 and you've been working and you just went through COVID, you probably want to retire. You're probably tired of working.
Well, at this point, there's a lot of people that's taking early retirement.
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
63.
63.
I would go ahead and take early retirement.
Why go another 2 years?
Right.
How big of a difference is it gonna make? Might as well go ahead and call it quits. But this is more so. This is more of a PSA for the people who don't fall in that category.
Yeah.
You saved up and you got the 401k and you're 60, 65, 70. Feel free, retire. You put your work in. Don't
We already had a labor shortage, but now we've just increased this a little bit more.
extensive. And then you've got the situation where last administration cut out all the H-1Bs. So we had a lot of people who are on visas, working on visas. They don't have visas to come over here anymore. You can't get the H-1B approved. Now you got a situation where there's a skills gap. So you're looking for a certain person. That person is not available, or they're not available in high quantities, right? And then on top of that, you've got everything else that naturally comes with the issues of hiring and recruiting. So that's how you get the great resignation.
I mean, the greatest question I want to know right now is when does this end?
That's a tough question. I don't even think I can answer that question. I think it's a combination. It's going to be a combination of give and take between employee and employer, right? So employers right now are very excited to get people back in the office. They're going to say they're very excited to get you back in the office. They need chemistry.
Yeah.
We need that team together so we can work together, make it, because it doesn't work right when you're separated.
Exactly.
But honestly, I signed a 10-year lease on this big building.
and no one's in
And
there.
ain't nobody in there.
I
That's
can't
a problem.
sublet it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had that problem, you know, as well. Our offices in the process of trying to sublet, but the people above us, before COVID hit, this is year 4.
Yeah.
They're going and they're trying to sublet.
There you go.
So,
And think about how much commercial real estate is out of the market right
Oh, yeah.
now.
Absolutely.
Because there were people who were at the end of their lease. There were companies at the end of their lease that were like, "Oh, this is perfect timing. I'm cutting overhead. Work from home. I don't need you up here."
okay.
So that's something that has played a part in a lot of things too. Because with talent, people are very, very particular about having to go in the office. They just went through a whole year working from home, so now they're like, I don't need to be in the office to do it.
Yeah. Look, I want to know if I could go ahead and get me some side hustles as well, so I can have my great resignation. Just kidding. Just kidding. I didn't really mean that.
I mean, get a side hustle.
Is that what it is?
Get a side hustle.
Is everything happening out here that people can just walk away?
This is the problem with social media.
Yeah.
Social media makes everything look sexy, but side hustles take work. Like, you're not gonna just pop up a pop-up shop and then you do $1 million and you don't have to work for anybody ever again.
Basic thing is, if you're going to be a part of this great resignation, please have a plan in place, have your stuff together. I'm seeing a lot of people that just walking away.
Yeah.
They're going to have these huge gaps in their resume, and we got to do some explaining about this.
A lot.
You know, in a year or two,
Yeah.
about what happened. We better have some legit reasons as to why we took a sabbatical from the job.
Yeah.
I mean, you can easily come back from that if you know very well what to say, how to say it.
You
But a
could.
lot of people don't.
I think it's gonna be tough. I think if you last year, I think if you were off, people look at it like, okay, well, you might have got laid off, and that happens to a lot of people, so no big deal. If you're out the workforce this year and the next year, that's a different thing altogether. That might be a bit of an issue. So I think you should really think about what you're trying to leave for. Like there were a lot of things that happened over the last year that are not normal. So don't use that as your baseline for trying to figure out whether you should stay or leave a job. And we've said this before, like you should look at your job really from a different perspective. It should be, am I growing? Am I learning? Am I earning more money? Do I have the opportunity to earn more money and learn more and all those things? Right. If you don't have any options, then yeah, leave. Go find something else. But if you got options, put it into action and start doing something with it so that you can actually get something out of it. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. Quitting isn't going to fix your situation. It's actually going to make it worse.
So this is almost like a housing bubble to me. Eventually it will pop, and people will come back to the workforce. But in hindsight, like I said, you got to prepare yourself for all situations. Never seeing this one coming. Never, when I put the chips on the table saying it would happen again, but you never know.
Never know.
You know, the great resignation.
Great resignation. Yeah.
Trending right now.
It's a trending topic.
Hot topic that we're going to continue to discuss because it has been going on for months now. Months. And we're going to keep some, get some figures, some numbers on that, age groups, generations, see what's doing what.
Yeah.
We'll go from there. But again, I'm Andre Hart with your